Good morning, students. Welcome to the start of new chapter by the name Biomolecules. Okay, ninth chapter from your 11th standard NCERT Biology. This chapter carries, that is 5 or 6 marks in the board exam, that is theory exam, and in NEET there is maximum time, most of the time only one question is asked in the NEET exam. Okay, that is most of the time one question in the NEET or CET, like that. Now, what is this chapter about? You know, by the meaning only you can tell biomolecule. Bio means living, molecule means that is a chemical substances present in the living things. Okay. Now, before going to start this chapter, a brief introduction is given in NCERT also, and that we will discuss here. Okay. In our surrounding, there is again large diversity of the living organisms totally surrounding to us, okay, in the biosphere, like that. So, whether all the living organisms which are in the biosphere, are they made up of the same chemicals, similar chemicals? Yes, they are made up of the similar chemicals. Now another again point here, all these chemicals are similar to the chemicals which are present in the non-living things. Again, it means the chemicals which are present in the living organisms and the chemicals which are present in the non-living things, are they similar? Again, they are similar, that is only the proportion varies. Now, how can we analyze the elements or the compounds present in the living and non-living things? ಮೊದಲು ಇದು ನೋಡೋಣ, what are the elements and what are the compounds? Elements ಎದಕ್ಕಂತಾರೆ, compounds ಎದಕ್ಕಂತಾರೆ ಅದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. That is, elements are the chemical substances, okay, which are made up of, that is only one type of the atoms or same type of the atoms. Elements are the structures or the substances, chemical substances made up of only one type of atoms. This is that is elements. Okay. Elements hydrogen irbodu, oxygen irbodu, like that. Okay. Now compounds enadavri here, that is more than two types of elements combined together to form a complex structure, that is called compound. Okay. What are compounds? Compounds are the substances which are formed by the combination of, that is more than two types of what? That is elements, by the formation of the covalent bonds or ionic bonds between them, like that. That is the main difference between element and compounds, like that. Now after that, just we will have a short look over the content of the chapter. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನೇನು ನಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದೆ ಅದು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ನೋಡ್ಕೋರಿ. That is, the content of the chapter is just a brief introduction, just what I told, and then how to analyze chemical composition. Living organism daga and non-living things daga ಇರುವಂತ chemical organism, chemical compounds ಯಾವ ತರ ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, analyze ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, that is one. And then primary and secondary metabolites. These are again nothing but chemical compounds which metabolism ಒಳಗೆ help ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ living things ಒಳಗೆ. And then biomacromolecules, macro and micro ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ, that is larger molecules present in the cell, nothing but in the living organism macro ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, and smaller called micro ನೋಡೋಣ. Then proteins, you know already, that is ಇದು ಕೂಡ ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು, that is formed by the combination of amino acids. Then polysaccharide, sugars, that is monosaccharide, disaccharide, trisaccharide, glucose, fructose. Disaccharide example ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿ? That is lactose, which is formed by galactose and glucose, like that. Okay. Now nucleic acids, nothing but RNA and DNA. That is DNA and RNA, that is nothing but genetic materials. There are only two types of nucleic acid found in the nucleus, DNA and RNA. Now structure of proteins. Protein structure ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಐತ್ರಿ, that is primary, secondary, tertiary proteins ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, like that. But then nature of bond linking in a polymer. What is polymer? A substance or a chemical substance formed by the combination of many monomers. Many monomers. For example, just a simple example, 20 amino acids combine to form one protein. Adhe tara al 20 another, they are the units, they are the monomers, like that. So in a polymer, monomers are present. A monomers madhyada iruvanta bonds yavadavri, that is nothing but nature of bond. Which type of bond? That is hydrogen bond, N-glycosidic bond, phosphodiester bond, ಈ ತರ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾವ. Linking in a polymer, polymer ಒಳಗೆ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಇದ್ದಿತ್ತು, okay, which joins the monomers and form polymer. Then dynamic state of body constituents. Again concept of metabolism, ಇದು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Concept of metabolism, metabolism ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಗ್ತದ, like that. That is anabolism, catabolism. These are again the types which are studied. There is metabolic basis of leaving, again metabolism. Now the leaving state. What is the leaving state like that? What are the physiological activity? All these things. And then enzymes. Again, most of times from this chapter the questions are going to ask on this topic, that is enzymes, functions of enzymes, how they increase the rate of reaction, and then what are the factors affecting the enzyme activity, factors like temperature, pH, all these things. Okay, ಇದು one by one ನೋಡೋಣ. Okay, now we will start with the first heading, that is introduction ಆಗಿದೆ, how to analyze chemical composition. How to analyze chemical composition of what? That is living things, organisms, also non-living things also. Now, initially I told whether the chemicals present in the living tissues or organisms and the chemicals present in the non-living things like earth crust, rock particle and mercury, are they same? Yes, they are same. Only the proportion is change. Proportion in the sense of ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಏನಾಯ್ತು ಕಡಿಮೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಅದು ನೆನಪಿಡಿ. Now what are the methods? How we can analyze? Again, this topic is related to chemistry techniques. Okay, chemistry the terms ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದಿರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ. That is one. So ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಇದಕ್ಕ with interest and also with your patience you have to understand this chapter. It is again interesting chapter also, easy also, but ಇದನ್ನ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕನ್ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋಗಬೇಡ್ರಿ. Biomolecules first ಇದಾದ್ರೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Bio means life, that is living. Molecules nothing but chemicals. Whatever chemicals are present in our body, they are called as biomolecules. When the same chemical is found in the non-living things, that is called chemical. But the same substance when found in our body in the sense cell cytoplasm olaga thousands of chemical irthavu like that. So those chemicals, since they are present in the cell, that is in the living system, hence they are called biomolecules. Now how we can analyze? There is again a simple method. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿ ನಾವು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಯಾವುದಾದ್ರೂ ಒಂದು ಫ್ರೆಶ್ ಲೀಫ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಆರ್ ವೆಜಿಟೇಬಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್ ತಗೊಂಡು, ಅಥವಾ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಂತಂದಾಗ ಅ ಪೀಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಲಿವರ್ ತಗೋಬಹುದು ನೀವು, ಆರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಎವರ್ ಇಟ್ ಮೇ ಬಿ, ಫ್ಲೆಶಿ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆನ್ ಅನಿಮಲ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಟ್. ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ vegetable or a piece of liver, we have to collect and then we have to crush it in a, that is mortar and pestle, that is one कलबत्ता जिसको हिंदी में बोलते हैं, like that. So ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಟೋಟಲಿ ಕ್ರಶ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. I will tell here what we have to collect. First point I will write, it is like a procedure, then ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Take vegetable, normally ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು, or what, piece of liver, it is animal tissue, okay, just a part of liver. Now I told you that is which method, crushing method, nothing but using mortar and pestle. It is like ball ತರ draw ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಇದಕ್ಕ, like this. Okay, now like this. Okay, transparent ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಈ ತರ ಕಾಣಿಸಬಹುದು, but when it is not transparent ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಪೆಸಲ್ ಇಟ್ಟಿರ್ತದೆ. ನಾವು ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಇಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ, that is for example a leaf. Okay, leaf ಆದ್ರೂ ತಗೋರಿ ಅಥವಾ piece of liver ತಗೋರಿ. We have to add one chemical by name called trichloroacetic acid, that is Cl3 trichloroacetic acid, CCOOH, like. Okay, now this chemical after adding here we have to crush it again. Okay, like that. So after crushing, we get add trichloroacetic acid, then crush. What we get? A thick slurry. Slurry ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Liquid like. Okay, gel like ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. Here, this was the leaf-like organ or a piece of liver. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಆಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದೀವಿ ಇವಾಗ? ಟ್ರೈಕ್ಲೋರೋಅಸಿಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ ಹಾಕಿವಿ and ಹಾಕಿ ಏನು ಮಾಡಿವಿ ನಾವು? ಕ್ರಶ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ. And after crushing, what we get? A thick slurry. Now this slurry we have to strain. Strain ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ಫಿಲ್ಟರ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. For example, like that. For example, this is the filtrate. Tea filter ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ like that. ಆ ತರ. Now when you pour this solution here, okay. Now here you have to keep a cloth by name called cheese cloth. Cheese cloth. That is one. I will write here. Cheese cloth, or you can call cotton. ಇಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಬಿಡ್ರಿ ಅಥವಾ ಇಲ್ಲಿ lay down ಮಾಡಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ apply ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Now when you pour that one, okay, for example, here we get what? Suppose it is a test tube. In this test tube, the content which we get, you know, that is the filtrate liquid part ಏನಾದರೂ they will filter out from this one. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ನಾವು? cheese cloth or cotton. ಇದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಐತಿ ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. slurry strain through cheese cloth or cotton. ಈ ತರ ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. After that we get what? Two fractions. Two fractions. What are those? One which is the filtrated, that is ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು, and one which remains here, which remains here. That is one. Two fractions. That is one is here filtrate and second retentate. Retentate. Now listen, filtrate is that is nothing but whatever collected in this test tube. Whatever collected in this test tube, chemical use ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ರಿ ಇದು, that is trichloroacetic acid. Now this part is nothing but what? Retentate. Now since these are soluble in the acid, they are also called as acid soluble pool, and which are not dissolved in the acid and they remain here without the filtering or without passing this cheese cloth like that. So now here they are called acid insoluble pool or fraction. Insoluble pool or fraction. Remember, this cotton or cheese cloth you can apply here directly and you can filter even. Adu confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡ್ರಿ. Okay, just we can strain here easily. Now listen, in the acid soluble pool or acid soluble fractions, and there is in the acid insoluble fraction or pool. ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನು ಇದ್ದಿರಬಹುದು? Now we crushed all these things. Okay, now scientists found that is thousands and thousands of the organic compounds like but for example here amino acids ಇದು ಎದರೊಳಗೆ filtrate soluble pool acid soluble in this, that is in the test tube. Okay, amino acids, sugars, that is simple sugars, then nucleotides. Okay, now amino acids, simple sugars, nucleotides. Along with this, few inorganic compounds are also found. That is one. Few inorganic substances like, we will write here, few inorganic substances like sulfate and phosphate. Now listen. Now whatever passed through this filtrate, that is nothing but the cheesecloth or cotton, they are considered nothing but as, that is, micromolecules. Micromolecules, and they are what? They are soluble in the acid, that is what. Now, since they are present in the living system, they are what? Biomicromolecules. Actually, they are smaller in size. They are very small size, but again they are present in the living system or in our body or in plant body, living organisms. Hangagi avaru ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು? Biomicromolecules. Which are the biomicromolecules? Actually, there are thousands of biomicromolecules are there, which are organic. Organic nothing but carbon containing compounds are called organic. Now, for example, as amino acids, simple sugars, nucleotides, like that. These are considered as what? Micromolecules, which are found in this filtrate, in the test tube, for example. Adru jote inorganic substance ಯಾವ್ಯಾವ ಅದಾವ್ರಿ? Sulfate, phosphate. ಇದೆಷ್ಟು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊರಿ. Now examples for biomicromolecules ಅಂತ exam ದಾಗ ಬಂತ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ. You have to write amino acid, simple sugar, nucleotides. Now what was present in this retentate? The retentate retained ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಉಳ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು, retained part, that is retentate. They are nothing but what? Here I can call macromolecules. And these macromolecules, since they are present in the living system again, they are called biomacromolecules, and they are like what? Macromolecule ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೀನಿ. Proteins. You know already amino acids combine to form protein, but amino acid single iddaga it is micro, but when it combines it will form protein, like proteins, polysaccharide, and then nucleic acids. Name the example for, or give the examples for what? Macromolecules ಅಂತ ಅಂದಾಗ again 1 marks ಅಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು ನಿಮಗ, ಇದು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಜ್ಞಾನ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಕೇಳ್ರಿ. Proteins, polysaccharides, nucleic acids. Nucleic acids like RNA, DNA. But ಇವು ಎದುರಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿದ್ದಿರ್ತಾವ್ರಿ nucleotides. Nucleotides ಇರೋಲ್ಲ ಬಂದು micromolecules ನಾಗ. Now polysaccharide, there is nothing but simple sugars combine agi, many glucose combine to form a polysaccharide, like that. Mono, di, tri, like that, tetra, penta, oligo. 9 ತನಕ ಹೋದ್ರೆ oligo, ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹೋದಾಗ polysaccharide ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Now proteins formed by, that is 20 amino acids, like that. So these are examples for macromolecules. Now after this, the question is that whether the same chemicals are found in what? Non-living matter, like earth crust. No. Okay. Same method again used here to crush the rock part or the earth crust part. Scientists found similar chemicals. Similar chemicals. It means from this what we can understand, the chemicals which are present in the living organisms, the same chemicals are found in non-living matter, that is nothing but earth crust. And this also tells that the living organisms are originated from the earth crust chemicals, like that. The chemicals which are present in the livings, they are same. That is, chemicals are same in both, that is living organisms and non-livings. From this we can again conclude that the living organisms are originated from the chemicals present in the earth crust. ಈ experiment ಇಂದ ನಮಗೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. Now variations ಆಗಿದ್ದಿರ್ತವ, ಒಂದು NCERT ಒಳಗೆ ಲೈನ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀವಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್. Okay, that is here oxygen, okay, and that is carbon, that is hydrogen and carbon. They are higher in the living organisms when compared in the earth crust. Have you read here? Carbon, hydrogen. When compared to the other elements like oxygen, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಿರ್ತವೆ ಅದರ ಜೊತೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ these are higher in living tissues. than earth crust. Earth crust, you confuse ಮಾಡ್ಕೋಬೇಡಿ, ಲೈನ್ ಈ ತರ ಇದೆ. Earth crust, ಇದು ಒಂದು ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. These two, like that. They are comparatively higher in their concentration or proportion, like isn't it? Now, coming to now definition. Okay. What is the use of this analysis? ಈ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಏನು ತೋರಿಸ್ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಏನು ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? It is showing, it is giving us the list of what elements as well as the compounds which are present in the living tissues. Living tissues. Now, I will write one definition. ಈ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇಳಬಹುದು. All carbon compounds in a tissue or that we get, same line given in NCERT, that we get from a living tissue are called biomolecules. Biomolecules. Bio means that is nothing but living, and molecules means chemicals found in the living system, like our body. All carbon compounds that we get from a living tissue are called biomolecules. Carbon compound nothing but organic compound anta helabodu. What are organic compounds? The carbon containing chemicals or substances are called organic compounds, like that. Now after this, again one analysis method comes here, that is how we can differentiate which chemicals are inorganic and which chemicals are organic, like that. Again another method comes here, that is called to analyze organic and inorganic elements. Organic and inorganic elements. Idhar niಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಕೂಡ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಐತಿ, ನಾ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ. Okay, now two charts are given, that is comparison of what? Comparison of the components present in earth crust and in the human body. Earth crust ಒಳಗ for example hydrogen ಎಷ್ಟು present ಐತಿ, nitrogen ಎಷ್ಟು present ಐತಿ, that is in the earth crust, and in human body ಒಳಗ nitrogen ಎಷ್ಟು ಐತಿ, ಅದು ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಬುಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಐತಿ, ಅದನ್ನು ನೋಡೋಣ. ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. This method, that is performed by Ash analysis method. Ash analysis method. This method is destructive. Idu neanpedi. Destructive means here the cells completely die. Okay. Now what is the method? Here again same. Again ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ರಿ living tissue ನಾವು vegetable ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ವಿ. Take vegetable or piece of liver. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವೀಗ? Weigh it. Okay, ಇದರದ್ದು ತೂಕ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ನಾವು. Weigh it, and that weight is called wet weight. Fresh ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ಹಸಿ ಇದ್ದಾಗ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಬೇಕಲ್ಲ? Wet weight. Okay, now allow to dry. Allow to dry, that is nothing but ಏನಾಗ್ತದ್ರಿ? The water content evaporate, and now it will become what? Dry. Now take the weight called dry weight. Dry. Now listen, after this burn the dried tissue completely. Burn the procedure ತರ ಐತೆ, ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನೀವು ಈಸಿಲಿ. That is burn the dried tissue completely. Dry ಏನೈತ್ರಿ ಇದು ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ? ಇದು that is vegetable or piece of liver. Dry ಮಾಡಿರೋದು ಇವಾಗ, and then it is burned completely, and we get what? We get ash. There is nothing but ash analysis. Now remember, this ash contains only inorganic substances like calcium, magnesium. Remember, trichloroacetic acid ಇಂದ ಕ್ರಶ್ ಮಾಡಿವಿ ನಾವು in the mortar and pestle. ಅವಾಗ ಏನು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ದು, ಟೂ ಫ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ವಿ obtained, that is filtrate ಇದ್ದಿದ್ದು ಅದರೊಳಗ ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ಸಿಮಮ್ ಏನಿದ್ರು that is organic compounds are present, that is carbon containing compounds, and in the retentate that is macromolecules were present like that. but ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಆಶ್ ಒಳಗ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಕಾಂಪೌಂಡ್ ಸಿಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ನಮಗ only inorganic substances, only inorganic substances, and it means the organic substances evaporated in the air, that is oxidized in the gaseous form. I will write here the organic compounds oxidized in gaseous form, and nothing but CO2, water vapor, like idu nenu carbon containing enaitri illi evaporate aitu, oxidized into the air, that is one in the gas form, and ash ola ulidide enaitri totally inorganic aste. Why this method is used here? This method is used to, that is only to differentiate, to know which compounds are organic, which are inorganic. Okay, like that. Now we will have, that is comparison of the first experiment and this one also. I will write here. Comparison between components of earth crust and human body, nothing but living organism. ನೋಡೋಣ components ಯಾವ ತರ ಅದಾವ. It is here the column for component, and here it is percentage weight of that is earth crust and human body. Now coming to this one, it is for example hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen, carbon, okay, then oxygen, nitrogen, ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಅದಾವ್ರಿ, living as well as non living. Then sulfur, the same table given in NCERT, sodium, calcium, magnesium, silicon. Even in bracket other formula kottidaithi ಈ book ಒಳಗೆ ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು. Now coming to their proportion, percentage weight of that one. Now what is about the hydrogen? It is about, that is 0.14 in what? Earth crust. Whereas in the human body hydrogen is ಐತ್ರಿ, hydrogen earth crust ಒಳಗ 0.14% ಐತಿ. Total out of that is 100%, this ratio is. Okay, now 1.4% that is hydrogen, and ಈ ಕಡೆ ಬಂದ್ರೆ that is 0.5. 0.5, that is hydrogen more in the human body. Now after that, here it comes to the carbon, it is 0.03 in what? Earth crust, whereas in the human body it is 18.5. Remember again, that is large gap or difference between these two components. Components are found, okay, earth crust, there is non-living matter da kuda same chemical adavri and living da kuda same chemical adav, but adu pramana ashte change agta ide, and hence the heading is given in NCERT also, a comparison between components of earth crust and human body. Coming to the oxygen, oxygen present in earth crust is 46.6, whereas oxygen present in the human body it is 65.0 or 65. Now here nitrogen in the earth crust, yes Chirvodri, that is nothing but what? Very less, whereas in human body it is 3.3. Coming to sulfur, it is 0.03, and whereas in the human body it is 0.3. After that, sodium in human body is 2.8. Okay, sodium 2.8, and then in human body 0.2 will be 0.2. Coming to that is calcium. Calcium is 2.6, whereas in human body it is 1.5. Coming to magnesium, it is 2.1 in the earth crust and percentage ratio out of 100%, and in the human body it is 0.1, very low. Now whereas the silicon, it is only found in what? Earth crust, and whereas in the human body it is equal to 0, that is negligible and trouble. Okay, now silicon in human, that is in earth crust, is 27.7. In human body it is negligible. So this is a table. This theory and use agangilla nimga NEET exams alvaga use agbo. Now remember, hydrogen, carbon, oxygen nodri, it is more in human body when compared in the earth crust, but they are present in both living and non-living. Now carbon 0.3, 18.5, sorry. Oxygen 46.6 here, it is 65 here, and then nitrogen very less in the earth crust, whereas it is 3.3. So in the nodri, these are more in the proportion than in the earth crust. They are present more in the human body than in the earth crust. Now in nodri, here totally is 0.3, 0.2. Even though totally these are again more in what? Earth crust. So after this, coming to what are the elements found, another table given in the NCERT. Any elements are there? Elements and formula anta kottaru. Organic, inorganic, like that. Elements and then it is formula. For example, you can write here calcium, hydrogen, like that. Okay, totally magnesium, all these things, and compounds like that is phosphate, sulfate, ivella bandirtavri with their what formula it is given in the NCERT. Okay, same table. It is not again important for what your NEET exam, but it is it is not important for your theory exam. It is important for the NEET exam. Idralage ಏನು ನೆನಪಿಡಬೇಕು ನಿಮಗೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ನೆನಪೇ ಇರ್ತವ. It is again common to you in the chemistry, but ಈ table important ಐತಿ, so ಹಂಗಾಗಿ ಇದು ಇಷ್ಟು ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಡ್ತೀವಿ. That is one. Now after this, ಇವೆರಡು ಟೇಬಲ್ ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. That is sodium Na, like that. Again the formulas are given here. Magnesium, Mg, all these things. Okay. Now here coming to classification. Classification of biomolecules. biomolecule. Classification of biomolecule. Now listen here. We can classify the chemical substances or the biomolecules in the living tissue on the basis that is on their molecular weight actually. ಯಾವ ತರ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಬಹುದ್ರಿ? Biomolecules, first listen, micromolecules and then macromolecules. I heard nimaga, since they are present in the living system, you can call biomicromolecules also and you can call biomacromolecules also. ಇದ್ರೊಳಗೆ ಯಾರು ಅದರಿ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ I ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಅಮೈನೋ acids. Second, simple sugars like glucose, fructose, all these things. Simple sugars. ಇವೇ ಕೂಡಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತವೆ? ಪಾಲಿಸ್ಯಾಕರೈಡ್ ಆಗ್ತವ. ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಕೂಡಿ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಆಗ್ತವ. ಅವು ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತವೆ. Then third, what? ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ಸ್. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾರೆ? ಈ ತರ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ವಾಟ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ಸ್ ನಾವ್? ಮ್ಯಾಕ್ರೋಮೋಲೆಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್. ಶುಗರ್ಸ್, ಗ್ಲೂಕೋಸ್ ಕೂಡಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಲೈಕ್ that is cellulose formed of nothing but glucose, like homopolysaccharide like. Now polysaccharide. Now third, ಏನ್ರಿ? nucleic acids, nothing but DNA, RNA. Nucleic acids, they are made up of what? Nucleotides. So these are what? Biomolecules, classified into two categories, micromolecule and macromolecule. Now amino acids, simple sugar, nucleotides are micromolecules. Proteins, polysaccharide, nucleic acids, these are macromolecules. Remember, these questions can be asked for 2 marks, isn't it? And which are the elements found in the abundant in the living than in the earth crust andagénri? That is carbon and hydrogen. Barsin nimaga adu kuda question 1 marks 2 marks ಗೆ ಬರಬಹುದು. Okay, now listen, one point given in NCERT from the chemistry point of view. Okay, from the chemistry point of view, I will write here, from the chemistry point of view, these substances are known as functional groups as aldehyde, ketones, aromatic compounds. Aldehyde, ketone and aromatic compounds. It will point ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. Aromatic compounds. Whereas from the biology point of view, the same substances are named as nothing but protein, polysaccharide, nucleic acids, fatty acids. That is one. Idu ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. That is proteins, polysaccharide, nucleic acids. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಟೋಟಲಿ ಏನದಾವ್ರಿ? That is from the biology point of view. From biology, same sentence. Point of view. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ನಾವು? ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್. ಸೇಮ್ ಕೆಮಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ ಒಳಗೆ ಓದೋತಿರಿ ಈ ತರ ಮೆನ್ಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. From the chemistry point of view, and from the biology point of view, proteins, then polysaccharide, etc. ಈ polysaccharide ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ದಾಗ ಅದಾವ. Okay, now listen. After this, just one information again about biomolecules. I will write this. Biomolecules or what? Cytoplasmic composition. Micromolecules are cytoplasmic composition. Cell cytoplasm ಇರ್ತದಲ್ರಿ ಅದರದ್ದು composition. Okay, that is one. Except organelles. I will write here except organelles like mitochondria ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇರ್ತವ್ರಿ. That is one. Except organelles. Now these are the micromolecules. Now macromolecules ಏನ್ರಿ? Macromolecules are nothing but membranes and organelles. Now remember, okay. Now again, on what basis we are going to, that is differentiate molecular base ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿಮ್ಮ molecular weight ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. Micromolecules that is molecular weight ranges from 18 to 800 Dalton 18 to 800 Dalton or less than 1000 Dalton adu helbodu. Okay, ranges from 18 to 800. Remember 8 ಆ ತರ ಈಸಿ ಆಗಿ ನೆನಪಿಡ್ರಿ. 18 to 800 Dalton. Then macromolecules molecular weight that is ranges to 10,000 Dalton and above. What is the main difference? Molecular weight of micromolecule ranges between what? 18 to 800 Dalton, whereas macromolecule molecular weight is 10,000 up to 10,000, or that is above, maximum above iruttade. That is all. So hangagi because micromolecule kude idu agidirtade like that, so 10,000 Dalton ginta ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರ್ತದೆ. That is macromolecule. Okay, now remember in our body ಇದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಇರೋದು ಎಲ್ರಿ? in the cell only, that is also called cellular pool. That is all the chemicals, biochemicals present in our cell to perform the different activities. Cell activity irtore, that is metabolic activities, all these things taking place in the cell only. So the chemicals which are totally found in the cell, they are called, that is cellular pool. Is an NP3. Okay, now what is the main composition of the cell? That is major composition in the cell is water in our body. ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಎದರಿಂದ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ that is cell ಇಂದ. So cell what it contains, so I will write here, that is an average proportion of the cell. For example, water in our body is what? Water in our body an average, water is the abundant chemical present in our body. Average composition of cellular mass or cell. Nodu ene here what I told, that is the compounds ಅಥವಾ components ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಬಹುದು. Here it is percentage of the component. For example, yaudri abundant chemical yavudu ini? Water 70 to 90%. Okay. After that protein, okay, 10 to 15%. ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇದು ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಒಳಗಿನ ಕಂಪೋಸಿಷನ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ನಿಮಗೆ. ಕಾರ್ಬೋಹೈಡ್ರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅಗೇನ್ 3%, that is 3%. Then lipids 2%. Then in nucleic acids, what are nucleic acids? DNA, RNA, that is one. I will write here in short Na. What is the proportion? 5 to 6 or 7. After that, bari athwa bidri, that is ions, only 1%. What is this? Average composition of a cell. A single cell olaga ee tara irbodu. It means overall body olaga nodidaga 70 to 90% is water, and then proteins are 10 to 15%, carbohydrates 3%, lipids 2%, and nucleic acids like DNA, RNA ಪ್ರತಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಇರ್ತದ್ರಿ, ಜೆನೆಟಿಕ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅದು 5 to 7%, then ions 1%. So this is what about total cellular composition like that. And then in what we learned in today's class, that is what is biomolecule, what are the organic compounds, that is one nothing but carbon containing compounds are called organic compounds. Then organic inorganic ಯಾವ ತರ ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ by the Ash analysis method, and how you can analyze, that is one filtrate time and retain date in our totally, that is one which are the micromolecules, which are the macromolecules. Micromolecule ಅಂದ್ರೆ filtrate ಒಳಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದು, they are also called acid soluble pool, and acid insoluble pool ಇದ್ದಿದೆ ಯಾವ್ದ್ರಿ macromolecules like proteins, polysaccharide and what nucleic acids. So totally, and ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಕಲ್ತಿರಿ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು, that is these all chemicals are found in living things as well as non living things totally. So in next class we will study the next topic given in the NCERT like amino acids adella nodid nantara primary and secondary metabolites iga now discuss ಮಾಡೋಣ. So till then read well. Thank you.